All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I'm going to do my daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. Today was a very difficult day. So if you're new to this channel, we cover Bitcoin and the miners quite a bit. So if that's content you're interested in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, everybody do us a favor and smash the like button so that more people can see this video. We appreciate it a lot. I want to go through the Bitcoin miner big board, and then we'll take a look at the charts, and we'll talk about what happened today. Obviously, today was a brutal day in Bitcoin. It was a brutal day in the stock market. I know that it's likely most people watching this video did not have a great day. So hopefully the rest of your evening will be better. Try not to let it get to you. It's just one day. So let's dig in, take a look at what happened, and see if we can figure out where we're going from here. All right, I'm going to start on the Bitcoin miner big board. So you're going to see this board is entirely red. Now, there's one exception to that. CIFR mining is up 10% today. That happened in the last 1 minute of trading. CIFR mining was down around 20 to 25% all day today. Something happened right at the end of the day. I don't know what it was. I looked to see if there was news or an SEC filing. I didn't find anything. So do us a favor. If you know something that happened or you know why that is, drop a comment below. Otherwise, it was probably just one trade at the end of the bell that caused an anomaly. But if something really did happen, would love to know. Let us know. I looked and couldn't find anything. So CIFR notwithstanding, today was a brutal day for all of the Bitcoin miners. This was the worst day of 2022. This was reminiscent of, 2021 action where we would be up massively one day, down massively another day. These numbers are fairly staggering. So I'm just going to talk about a few of them. Bitfarms was down just under 20% today. Marathon was down 19%. Riot was down 19%. You'll see it looks like the worst performer was DigiHost, down 25% in one day. And I'll let you guys look through all the rest of them, but the ones, just about as good as it got was about down 8%. Gree was down 8%. Wolf was down 8%. Mawson was down 7%. I mean, those were the ones that performed great. Mostly, this was a down 15 to 20% day. And when you see what happened to Bitcoin over the weekend, and of course during the day today, that actually is about right, unfortunately, because Bitcoin had a very, very rough run and it crashed a bit today. So although these numbers are dramatic and shocking, and hopefully this is the worst day of 2022, the consolation is for those of you who've been trading for a while, Bitcoin or the Bitcoin miners, you'll know that in the past, we have had many, many days like this. This year, this is dramatic, but in 2021, we had these types of days all the time. That doesn't make it feel any better, and we did hit a new low for the 2022 year today on Bitcoin. Almost every single one of these Bitcoin miners hit a new 52-week low as well. A lot of them hit their all-time low today. So I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. This was a rough day. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart and actually look what happened here. So this is the Bitcoin chart on the 15-minute time frame. So you'll see there's a red line here at $33,000. That represented essentially, that was the low for the year 2022 for Bitcoin. That happened on January 24th. So we kind of flashed down to that. It was just a candle wick. We hit that for a minute and we have never seen it since. This is something that held up that I thought was going to be a very strong line of support. We have been talking on the channel about this line of support for some time now. And you will see that we basically just slid right through this line. So at around 9:30 at the open this morning, we were right on the line. And you'll see we had spent several hours, maybe 2 hours just underneath or at this $33,000 line. So then when the market opened, within 15 minutes, we started to go down. So you'll see here at 2:30 in the afternoon, we hit a low of $30,311. So that's down about $3,000 from the open. And we closed last Friday up at this orange line at around $36,000. So that's almost $6,000 down from where we closed on Friday. So if I do a percentage from this orange line that we closed on Friday to the low of the day today, Bitcoin was down about 15% over the weekend, including today's activity. So when you think about the Bitcoin miner action, although that big board looked awful and the stocks were down quite a bit, you can see that was really just a reflection of what happened with Bitcoin. This was a tough weekend, and more so even really since the market opened today is when Bitcoin really took a strong turn down. So we are now in the middle of nowhere, and the next line of support is down at around $29,000. That line traces all the way back to July of 2021. So that was the low of the entire year of 2021. that would be basically an 18-month low. This is a very important line as well. It took this line out no problem. That leaves me to believe that chances are we're going to test the next line of support. Now, obviously, that is not guaranteed. Bitcoin does strange things. This could have been it. We could be sitting at the bottom right now and we could turn around. So, we're going to have to watch the next 24 hours and see what happens. But it is more probable, in my opinion, at this point, that we would go down and test $29,000. Now, there was a lot of rumblings over the weekend. This is what starts to happen, in my opinion, when we get near a bottom. There was a lot of new price targets over the weekend. People had been talking about 33,000 and 29,000. All of a sudden, there was 25,000, 20,000. I saw somebody say $10,000. So some of that's actually a good sign, although you don't like to hear those numbers. Oftentimes, that's a sign that we are getting near a bottom. But that is just one piece of anecdotal evidence, so definitely, this is not financial advice. Okay, the first thing I want to go to is the Fear and Greed Index. So this updates again in 2 hours, and it's going to get worse, although it can't get much worse. It's at 11 right now. I think 10 is basically as low as I have ever seen this over the years. We were at 18 yesterday, we're at 11 today, and that did not build in the massive down move that happened today. You'll see in 2 hours from now, this is going to update again. So I will be interested to see if we see a number lower than 10, and it's starting to look to me like we're very close to a bottom. This is Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame, so each one of these candles is 1 day. You'll see this giant candle right here. This is today. We were a little lower earlier, but we're at 31,000 right now, so we're about $700 off of our low on the day, which is our low on the year. You can see back here was that January 24th line. That was our previous low on the year, and we went right through that. So we're hanging out at about 31,000 right now, but what I want to do is we've been following the RSI and the MACD a little bit on the daily time frame, and I think this is the first day in the last month that we've had something meaningful happen. So I've talked about this extensively on the channel. Being stuck between under 50 and over 35, that means we're not even to neutral and we're not to oversold, so we're nowhere. So although we would have all liked to see it break the other way, at least today we can see a massive move. We are now down to 26 on the daily RSI, so that is a gigantic move. You'll see that is a move into oversold territory on the daily time frame. So this starts to be significant. The last time we were in oversold territory on the daily time frame was January 24th, which was our previous low for the year. So you'll see this does not happen frequently. This is a very rare thing to happen. This is 1, 2, 3 times in the last 2+ years. This got all the way down to 20 in January. So that's why I say I don't know that we're at the bottom. We still could continue to go lower, but we have broken to the downside, which was obvious just watching Bitcoin drop all day long today. But this actually reaffirms that, we've seen Bitcoin drop many times over the last days and weeks and really the last month and a half. But this is the first day we've seen a breakout in the RSI where we are now oversold. So that's actually a positive sign. That is another indicator that we are nearing a bottom. So again, any one of these indicators is not enough to sway me one way or the other, but I'm starting to see them pile up, indicating that we are at least approaching some kind of low here. And this one is showing we are clearly in oversold territory on the daily time frame, which is very rare for Bitcoin. So I just want to go through a few charts. I'm going to start with CIFR. This is a CIFR on the 1-minute time frame. So this gigantic move right here happened at 3:59 this afternoon. So to put it in perspective, this stock was up 22% in the last 1 minute of the day. That's why I'm asking if anybody knows what happened. You'll see there was some volume here, so I don't know what went on. I don't see a word anywhere about this. From about 3:20 until 4 o'clock, this stock was up almost 50%. Obviously something went on here and it's going to fix itself in the morning, or we're going to find out what it is. So again, sorry I don't know, but I looked around and I could not find anything. So again, drop a comment if you know what happened here. Another one that I want to take a look at that we haven't really looked at much on this channel is Stronghold. I did do a video on Stronghold a few weeks ago, so you can check that out if you want. Stronghold is struggling. They have some big issues. However, this company is down to a $50 million market cap, and they are targeting somewhere between 4 and 5 exahash by the end of the year this year. Now, they have a big problem with one of their suppliers. They have calculated even if they never get another machine from that company, they should still be at 4.1 exahash by the end of the year. So I don't know that they will do that. That is their plan. That's what they've told us. We see that they've given big deposits. They are receiving some machines. So there's been a lot of money spent, hundreds of millions of dollars. and this has a $50 million market cap, which is, to put it in perspective, 1/10 the size of Bitfarms, 1/20th the size of Riot, and this is a smaller company, but at this point, just from its high in November 6 months ago, this stock is down 91%. So this is down over 90% in a very short window of time. And really, you'll see, even if I just look at the last 2 months, this is down 80% in the last 2 months. So this stock is oversold. It is priced that it is going out of business for all intents and purposes. So again, this is not financial advice. Obviously, this stock's down 90+%, and this is an extremely risky stock. So I am not personally invested in this. I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. I think maybe it has a place on some people's watch list anyway, because at some point, we're going to see which direction this company goes in. And if they do make it through, then it will turn out that this is very oversold. Now, obviously, if they don't make it and they go out of business, then it's not worth $50 million, it's worth $0. So I don't know which way it's going to go on that, but I do think it's an interesting one to take a look at. And, I have it on my watch list, and I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. I'm just going to go through one more because basically all the rest of them look the same. Here is Bitfarms on the day today. Bitfarms was down almost 20%. So you'll see this red line had been a strong line of support. It held all of the year 2022. Bitfarms is down over 75% in the last 6 months. So that is a dramatic pullback. Now, Bitcoin's down over 50% in that same time. Most of the Bitcoin miners are down, and their chart looks something like this one right here. So again, for me, this is not financial advice. In my opinion, these are all oversold. This was oversold before it went down 20% today. This white line right here is where Bitfarms was trading when Bitcoin hit $29,000 last September. So we are approaching that number right now. However, you'll see Bitcoin is almost 50% lower price than it was last summer when Bitcoin hit 29,000. And the thing is, Bitcoin is 3 or 4 times larger of a company, and they're getting bigger and bigger. They're planning on 8 exahash by the end of the year. So this company has grown by multiples. Bitcoin does find itself here, very close to last year's lows on the year, but this stock's down 50% in comparison. So it has drastically underperformed Bitcoin in the last 1 year. That's what most of these charts look like, so I'm not going to go through all the rest. So in summary, hopefully it looks like we've looked at a few signs that say we're heading towards a bottom if we're not there already. So hopefully it will be sooner than later. The next line of support is at around $29,000. So everybody be careful investing and have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. And if you made it this far, please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. It helps us out so much. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.